What is going on, everybody? It's the Daily Fantasy Hitman back at you with another League of Legends breakdown. Today we got two games again coming out of the LCK. Nothing special, let's just keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it simple. Now, first matchup T1 versus DRX. This is the former roster that used to be dope, and now they suck. Record doesn't really show that they suck, but I mean, you're telling me they used to have Doron, they used to have Chovy, they used to have Deft, they used to have Korea, who's over on T1. Now they have what? Becca, Bao, Solka, who used to be Quad, Piosik, and Kingen. Hey, this team's kind of ass, right? I was going over their recent wins, like their past 5 wins. They're averaging something like 12.4 kills per win, so it's like if you're playing DFS and you think DRX has upset potential, like that, good luck. Like they're gonna need a huge anomaly performance. Like they're just not a team that I really get that excited about. T1 on the other hand, I mean, ever since they swapped their roster with the highly anticipated top laner Zeus, since then they've been 4-1. When they've ran this specific roster, Zeus, Alim, Faker, Gumayusi, and Korea, they are 4-0 right now. I hope they run this roster again because it's looked insane. But the thing is here, if we're playing DFS, this just isn't really a high-scoring matchup, you know? T1 doesn't score a ton of kills when they win. DRX doesn't allow a lot of kills when they lose. So both of these teams are kind of playing macro-oriented League of Legends versus, winning a team fight to go get the dragon. No, they set up their vision correctly, and each team knows when and when they can fight and when they can't fight. So this is going to be a much cleaner game. I'm giving this one to T1, like all the way. Like I'm going to go 2-0, honestly. Even though DRX has the blue side advantage, you go back to DRX's match history, and you'll see that they've lost on blue side 4 times in a row now. Damwon and Gen G, that's understandable, but Fredit BRION and KT Rolster, that's not good. Losing on blue side to them. Overall, we can go over here to Game of Legends, look at DRX, see that they're not, so they've lost 4 in a row on blue side, right? So they were 6-1 on blue side, and now they're 6-5. So I wouldn't take this for what it looks like. Like this looks like, oh, they're solid on the blue side, but like the T1, this new T1 roster is nasty. Like I don't care if T1 is 4-6 on red side. This is all past stats. They had this massive break too, like 10-day break, where T1 probably got even better. So, yeah, T1 2-0 here. I don't really think DRX has much of a chance, but I kind of always, kind of don't give them credit, and they do win some games, so maybe it's a 2-1, but yeah, I go 2-0 T1. But next series, this is the one that I think is going to potentially break the slate. We got Fredit BRION, my bros, versus KT Rolster. People might not be putting this into might not be putting this into their analysis, but KT Rolster just like changed their whole roster up. They dropped both of their junglers and they added their challenger jungler, Gideon. This guy's only played 12 games in his whole career, which all were this split in the LCK Challenger League. So, this is not really an upgrade in my opinion. Like, I guess the thing here is like, I only see the 12 games, so maybe like, coaching staff thinks he's some new hyped up prospect or something, but we've seen what happens when these new players step into a roster and they haven't played many games before, right? On paper, the coaching staff thinks, we need to change something up here. Like, the trajectory that we're going in right now is not positive, right? So we need to change something up. But, I don't know. This hasn't really... their jungler has always been kind of weak, and I think they're just bringing in kind of the same player is blanking Bonnie. They play the same champs. Uh, but we'll see, It's a very unknown entity here, but I just don't like the fact that they're making a change. I mean, Fredit BRION's not making a change. Their roster's the exact same. And this is a Fredit BRION who's coming off a 2-0 win over Leaf Sandbox, right? And Leaf Sandbox is the team that just smacked Hanwha Life in the mouth before the break. So, deductive reasoning, right? I think that's the right word there. Fredit BRION should smack KT Rolster in the mouth, right? Throw in that KT Rolster, with their full starting lineup here, already lost to Fredit BRION, albeit they were on red side versus blue side. But you know what? With teams like this, I'm not sure if that really makes a massive difference. Okay? Now, KT Rolster has won 4 out of their last 5 on the blue side because they don't have the matchup here versus Damwon. But I think people are just going to look at that series versus Damwon and they're going to be like, wow, KT Rolster is better than I thought, right? And they're kind of going to discredit this one. But we saw how KT Rolster rebounded after the first game. They kind of caught Damwon off their game in game 1. But let's see what they did in the next 2, right? In the next 2, it was 15-17. Okay, that's not bad at all. But 7-17. This team seemed like they like to fight, right? Seems like KT Rolster's trying to fight a lot. And these massive gold advantages that early, 5.7k at 21, and then boom, vice versa, 5.7k at 19. These games are looking closer than they actually are, I think, right? But yeah, overall, I mean, KT Rolster, it's a brand new roster. Like that's what's really doing it for me. I really thought Fredit BRION looked good in their last series. And one other thing that I didn't mention is, so Gideon is coming in, right? And this is going to be his first game on the main roster. And who's he going up against? Umpty, right? And what's Umpty been up to? Let's just check. Umpty's been playing out of his mind recently. Look at this. 916. 3310. Ignore all the red, okay? Just ignore it, because I don't care. No, I'm kidding. But, here we go. Let's go to these matchups. Look at this one. 2-0-20 on the Uter. Like, damn, right? And this is, Leaf Sandbox had been playing pretty good against some of the higher tier teams. So the fact that we're seeing this performances out of these guys, I love it. And I love the team composition, It's unorthodox. It's not predictable. We're not seeing a Renekton in the top lane like everybody, right? We're seeing some new stuff. And the one thing that I really love is this Lava. I think he's playing absolutely insane right now, okay? Look, he went 8-2-13 on the Zoe. He went 3-0-9 on the Orianna, right? And then let's go over to his last couple matches. Because remember, he didn't play versus T1. That's why they got smacked up. He was out for some sort of health reasons. Now look at this. The 2 matches before that. So he goes 8-2-13, 3-0-9, 2-0-14, 1-2-14. This guy's kill participation is off the charts. Okay, it's like 90%. Something insane. So I just love the fact that this Fredit BRION team is playing together. And then you have a KT Rolster lineup who, yes, they held their own versus Damwon, but the team looks disconnected. I mean, you got guys like look at this. This is kind of what I mean. 32 kills, right? So you're thinking, God, they had some insane stat lines. Somehow, I mean, Zeus did amazing. But somehow UCal only goes 7-4-7, which is less than 50% KP. That's like 40%. Doran dies 6 times, only has 12 out of the 32 kill participation. Like, what's going on, guys? And it's these picks. I don't love the Gnar pick. I don't know. I love riding with the teams that are playing hot, And sometimes people will discredit that because of the namesake of the team that they're playing. Like KT Rolster is kind of a bigger name. UCal, people know these players. But yeah, I don't really care. I think Fredit BRION wins this series, and I'm not going to say 2-0 because that's very bold, but 2-1, you know? 2-1 Fredit BRION. T1, I got them with the 2-0. Fredit BRION with the 2-1. That's my dog. My bros coming in as a dog again. And we're going to see if, this series is probably the most crucial, one of the more crucial series in this mid LCK, this mid split, because bro right now, Fredit BRION sitting in ninth place at 3-6. If they beat KT Rolster, they'll be 4-6 and they'll be 4-6. They could potentially sneak up in this standings, and they could potentially be fighting for playoffs at some point, especially if DRX loses too. So that'll be an interesting matchup to watch. I got T1 2-0. I got Fredit BRION 2-1. If you want to catch my full breakdown for DFS, I do it right here, patreon.com/DFS Hitman. Give me a subscription on YouTube if you could please. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get you know what it is, YouTube partner program or whatever. And yeah, thank you for listening. Good luck tonight, everybody. Let's get it.